Oh my god, I can't talk! Hello everyone. So, off the back of the fact that I am currently doing a film module at uni, I want to talk about film sequels. There's a whole thing about them, the fact that they're never as good as the first one, and there's no point in making them, they just do it to make money and not to really progress the story. But instead of being really negative about sequels, I'm gonna list some of my favourite ones. I think there are some really great sequels out there. I really do. I really do. So here we go. This one's quite an unpopular opinion, but Star Wars The Last Jedi, I quite like it. I know a lot of people don't. I do. I think it's really cool. So sorry for anyone out there who is going to unsubscribe because they think I'm wrong, but I quite like Star Wars The Last Jedi. Most of these that I have written down, all of these that I've written down are Disney films. Surprise, surprise. Princess Diaries 2, A Royal Engagement, arguably at the same icon level as the first one. It's so good. It's so good. It's such a feel-good film, and oh, it's so good. There's gonna be no like logic behind the fact that I love these sequels, apart from the fact that I love them. So there we go. The Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea. The soundtrack in that is bomb. It's so good. It's so good. Legendary, dashing, adventurous, slash explorers. Out of my shell, not closed up like a clam. Look out to sea. This is me. Here I am. Head voice, hello, how you doing? Mary Poppins Returns. Mary Poppins Returns is such a good film. Plus, now that I've watched Hamilton, the fact that Lin-Manuel Miranda is in it, it's just so good. Plus the dancing is great in it. If you've seen the film, you know what scene I mean. But Triple Little Light Fantastic, the bit where the lights come on to the different Lyries standing on the different lamps, that scene is great, and the dancing is beautiful. Shrek 2. Shrek 2 is better than the first one. Shrek 2 is great. It's such a good film. It's so good. Plus the soundtrack is just brilliant, and it's got John Cleese in it, and it's just so good. Watch Shrek 2. I mean, if you haven't watched it, where have you been? But watch Shrek 2, I recommend. Peter Pan 2, Return to Neverland. I don't think enough people talk about this film, / I don't think enough people know that this film exists. It's so good. It's so good. It's based like in the future, kind of. It's based in the future in comparison to the first one, and it's about Jane's daughter, Wendy's daughter. It's about Wendy's daughter called Jane. And again, the music in that is so good. It's so good. The second star to the right shines with a light that's rare. I know that one's in the first movie. Guys, please go and watch Peter Pan 2. Camp Rock 2. Camp Rock 2 is so good. Personally, I think it's better than the first one. The only bit that I really, really cringe at, though, is the Camp Rock. That bit, that is so cringy, it hurts. And yes, I did just do the Macarena, because I don't know the actual dance. Although the guy on TikTok does it very, very well. You know, the guy that does it, that plays the clip of the film and then reenacts it, and it's hilarious. It's so good. It's so funny. The bit when Camp Star wins at the end, spoiler alert, the bit when Camp Star wins at the end but Camp Rock loses, and then you just get Tessa's face is just like, and the guy recreates it, and it's so good. You should know what guy I'm talking about. If not, please find him on TikTok. He's so funny. I can't remember what his username is, but it's so funny. Okay, this next one is arguably my favourite animated film currently, because it changes almost weekly. Frozen 2. Guys, Frozen 2 is a masterpiece. It's so good. It's so good. Whenever I watch Show Yourself, it's just the most beautiful piece of animation in existence. It's so good. It's so good. Plus the story isn't like really simple. Like there is a bit of a storyline to it that makes it quite interesting. Olaf is having an existential crisis through the entire thing. Kristoff is singing like he's in an 80s music video. And Sven is singing as well, which I know is Jonathan Groff. I know, and it's beautiful. And you know it's the same person, but it's so good. Plus, I watched the making of Frozen 2, which is a documentary on Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus and you like Frozen 2, watch the making of Frozen 2 on Disney Plus. So good, made me cry. every episode. I think it probably made me cry because it was just sort of overwhelmed with the Disney magic, and that happens quite a lot. There was a scene, I think it's like one of the penultimate episodes just before they do the premiere. It might even be the last episode, I'm not 100% sure, but just the whole going to a premiere and the movie finishing, it's just, oh, and the movie finishing production. It's made me love and appreciate that film even more than I already do. Cinderella 2. Cinderella 2 is amazing. I know loads of people love the third Cinderella, which is, again, iconic, but the second one, when it's Fairy Godmother and the mice telling stories about like different things that have gone on in the castle whilst they make a book of those stories for Cinderella, it's the most wholesome movie. If I'm in a bad mood or I'm feeling sad or a bit homesick or just a bit crap in general, put Cinderella 2 on. By the end, yes. And the mice singing Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo is exactly what I needed in my life. Mulan 2. I don't think enough people talk about Mulan 2. Mulan 2 is brilliant. I wanna be like other girls, scrape up my knee like other girls can, just to be free like other girls get to be. It's so good! I think, again, as much as the first one is kind of iconic, the second one is just, oh, it's so good. I really like it. I know a lot of people don't, but I personally really enjoy Mulan 2. Again, it's one of those movies that is kind of a throwback to my childhood and I'll put on if I'm in a bad mood. So Mulan 2 is a good film. Toy Story 2. Again, I think it's better than the first one. And yes, Jessie's song makes me cry. And yes, I'm not afraid to admit that. When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. Every hour spent together lives within my heart. And she loved me. Through the summer and the fall, we had each other, that was all. Just you and I together, like we were meant to be. One of the best things about Toy Story 2 is in the end, when they do, it's like a blooper reel, but it's an animated blooper reel with like Woody screwing up a scene and Buzz Lightyear screwing up a scene, and Woody and Buzz like playing pranks on each other. Like Buzz will activate the wings. I think on his wings it says like, this space for sale, and then Buzz will walk off like, damn it, Woody! And then when he puts the binoculars up to his eyes and then he has like rings on the hood, on the spaceman hood, again, it's like Woody playing pranks on him. I know they're not real, but it's so clever because that makes them real. It makes them real. Welcome to me freaking out about the fact that I love Disney way too much. Actually, no, I don't love it way too much. You can never love Disney way too much. Okay, I think we need to move on. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If there is a great movie sequel that you love, put it in the comments down below. And if I think of any more, I will respond to said comments with another great movie sequel that I recommend you go and watch. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Wear a mask if you're going out. If not, stay at home, stay safe, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye, guys.